June 30, 1908. A man in London looks at his newspaper and laughs. The headline says "Sky on Fire." He thinks it's a joke. 72 hours later, half of Europe stops laughing. The night sky is glowing pink. You can read a book at midnight in Paris. No sunsets. Just light. In 1945, when the first atomic bomb exploded, scientists looked at the data and went pale. They realized something terrifying. Someone, or something, had already tested a weapon over Siberia. 37 years before Los Alamos. No crater. No debris. No explanation. Welcome to the case that broke science. This is the echo of the Tunguska event. 80 million trees. Flattened. Not burned from the top. Flattened from the inside. Like someone placed a giant hand on the forest and pressed delete. The blast radius, 830 square miles. That's 2 Washingtons, D.C., erased. But here's the glitch in the matrix. Ground Zero has standing dead trees. Burnt, but still vertical. Like telephone poles. Reindeer herders reported something strange weeks before the blast. A second sun in the sky. Blue clouds. And that metallic taste in the air you get before a lightning strike, but worse. The energy release, 15 megatons. For context, the bomb that destroyed Hiroshima was 15 kilotons. Do the math. This was 1,000 times bigger. Think about that number for a second. 1,000 Hiroshimas. But here is what the textbooks won't tell you. The seismic shockwave traveled around the entire planet twice. Twice. Barographs in London, Washington, and Jakarta all recorded the same spike. Scientists at the time called it the Great Siberian Ripple. They had no idea what caused it. Some thought a volcano erupted. Others thought Germany tested a secret weapon. No one, not a single person, guessed the truth. Because the truth was too stupid. A rock from space. That was science fiction in 1908. So they just moved on. Until the Cold War brought them back. So what was it? Science gave up on normal a long time ago. Let's look at the suspects. Theory 1. An ice comet. Sounds boring, right? Wrong. If it was ice, it would evaporate before hitting the ground. No crater. But here's the nightmare fuel. That ice would have released thousands of tons of methane and poison gas into the upper atmosphere. That explains the glowing skies. But one problem. No water residue in the soil. No space slush. So not ice. Theory 2. The American one. Nikola Tesla was obsessed with wireless energy. In 1908, he was experimenting with teleforce, a particle beam. He even asked his assistant to check magnetic maps of the North Pole on the exact day of the explosion. Conspiracy? Maybe. But Tesla cancelled all his debts the week before the blast. And when reporters asked him about Tunguska, he said, and I quote, "There are no mysteries. Only problems unsolved." Then he locked his lab. But here's the detail that keeps Tesla theorists awake. 2 days before Tunguska, Tesla went to the New York Public Library. He asked for every book on Siberia. Not maps. Books on the native tribes, the shamans, the legends. Witnesses said he looked nervous. Not excited. Nervous. When the librarian asked him why, Tesla whispered, "I am trying to calculate the resonance of a place that does not want to be found." The next day, he cancelled all his appointments. The day after that, the sky caught fire. Coincidence? Maybe. But Tesla never spoke about wireless energy transmission again. Not once. Theory 3. In 1999, the Italian Tunguska expedition found a strange rock. Quartz crystals with holes arranged in a pattern. A pattern that looks like a circuit board. The Russians called it the Black Stone. Locals say people who touch it have nightmares of falling from space. They feel their own bones burning. Fast forward to 2020. A team from the Siberian Federal University does a deep scan of the swamp at the epicenter. They find a mass. Heavy. Magnetic. But it's not a rock. A rock reflects radar in a simple way. This thing absorbs radar. Then reflects it back in a pattern. The echo takes 1.3 seconds longer to return than it should. Radar jamming. Either someone dropped a stealth bomber in 1908, or what's buried there doesn't want to be found. Every 5 years, Russia sends a new expedition. Every 5 years, they publish less. The last official report used one phrase that scares me. The object is geologically inconsistent. Now, let me tell you why this keeps you awake. In 2013, something small happened. Chelyabinsk. A rock the size of a 6-story building entered the atmosphere over Russia. No one saw it coming. The shockwave shattered windows. Over 1,000 people were injured. And what did the scientists say? They said, "We got lucky. Lucky it wasn't bigger. Lucky it wasn't Tunguska." But here's the real horror. The Chelyabinsk meteor was a fragment. A chip. Tunguska was the whole blade. And we still don't have a system to stop it. Not really. So when you watch the night sky turn pink one day, don't look for answers. Just run. Due to Earth's rotation, if the explosion happened just 4 hours later, the epicenter wouldn't be Siberia. It would be right here. No tsunami warning. No impact crater to study. Just one morning. A pink sky. And then 80 million buildings flattened. The universe throws rocks at us every day. But Tunguska wasn't a rock. Tunguska was a warning. An echo we still don't understand. And maybe we don't want to.